Morning guys, and yes, I do have white eyebrows. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jonny. Firstly, right, I've got 500 plus subscribers, not because I bought them, but because I used to actually post football videos. But now I'm transitioning, because I'm doing a solo trip in Greece, I'm transitioning to become a bit of a travel vlogger, so basically becoming a YouTuber and fulfilling my parents' biggest nightmares. And my first stop for breakfast is Spana Kopita from Creme Real. Okay, brothers and sisters, second stop of the day at Bugat Siri. I definitely butchered the pronunciation. But here you get bugatsa basically, which is this lovely pie with custard and cinnamon and sugar on top. So let's have a go. This is exactly what it looks like. I'm literally overflowing with custard. So I'm walking in Athens' Plaka neighborhood at the moment, and it's absolutely beautiful. You see how the theme is like so light. In the sun, it's so colorful, it's so bright. Just a few videos of me walking around the old neighborhood of Plaka here. Fabulous wee neighborhood. You could easily spend a few hours just walking around looking for food, souvenirs and all that. Nerding out hard at the moment, studying economics, because I'm seeing the Greek flag next to the European Union flag. Although it would help a bit more if Greece's national debt wasn't like 400 million% of their GDP. This is what I'm having for dinner. It could not be more Greek. This is a lamb condisoubli, which is basically just large chunks of lamb with fries and pita, because I'm in Greece. Morning guys, welcome to day 2 in Athens. Today I'm representing my country and wearing my Nornaland shirt because it's actually one of my tightest shirts, so I figured if I wore it at the end of the trip it wouldn't fit me anymore and I'd look like, you know, Bowser. Someone's just painted ravioli on there. Don't know why. Must really enjoy Italian food. So I'm walking around Omonia at the moment, the supposed most dodgy neighborhood-ish, I think, in Athens. It doesn't look dangerous at all. I mean, I've been told you shouldn't walk around here at night, but it looks absolutely fine. I'm on my way to Stani, which is the most famous Greek yogurt place in, well, Greece. And then, which probably means the whole world, I suppose. So there's the Greek yogurt, guys. It looks absolutely beautiful. You can see the yogurt's a bit thicker than what we get in like Malaysia or Belfast or whatever. And apparently it's a bit more sour and strong as well to taste. And they've obviously given me walnuts and dashed on a lot of honey, which is perfect for me because my tooth is just ridiculously sweet. Guys, it's absolutely unbelievable. It's like eating cheese with a lot of sweetness and like crunch to it. There's like this hard layer of like milk fat on top as well. Okay guys, so like a pig, I've now got a second breakfast. This is basically a cream pie with ice cream, so it's like bugatsa, and cream pie is like soaked in syrup as well. So it looks absolutely unreal, so I'll just get stuck in now. Absolutely absurd. It's actually surprisingly quiet here, you know, because since I've been to Athens, right, every place has just been rammed with people. I'm not too sure, maybe hopefully people are in church or something like that. But can we just take a moment anyway to like appreciate the glorious sunshine here? Because as you can see by my shirt, I live in Belfast, so we don't really do sun in Northern Ireland. I would say, no, not the UK in general, because London's really sunny, but yeah. Guys, so I'm at the beautiful Panathinaikos Stadium at the moment, which was the site of the first modern Olympics in 1896, which took place in Athens. And I can't believe it, right? But I've just run into another person wearing a Northern Ireland jersey and a foreigner as well. And I found that the probability of that happening in Athens is approximately 0.0000026%. Okay, obviously I made that up, but it's extremely unlikely. Right guys, now I've got a domadakia here, which are stuffed grape leaves, I think, with rice in them. They actually remind me a lot of the pandan chicken that we have in Malaysia. And it comes with a tzatziki dip as well, because again, I'm in Greece. So this is what it looks like inside. It's a cold dish, so when you pair the cold yogurt, it actually gives a nice contrast to hot food, including this, which is fried feta cheese with honey drizzled all over it. Just come to Greece, guys. In case I've not explained what tzatziki is as well, it's this like Greek yogurt dip that's only authentic here, with like cucumber, mint, lemon juice, what else is there? Dill. Not sure you can see. basically, right, it's tartar sauce and crab. If you pair it with fish and chips, right, you really wouldn't be able to go wrong. Guys, oh my gosh, they've given me a free dessert as well, which is like this halwa, which is a traditional semolina pudding. And I hope it's not because they think I'm an influencer. Okay guys, now I've got this kata ifi, which is a phyllo pastry, I think, with ice cream on top. Biscoff ice cream because it's me. I'm not sure what kata ifi is, to be honest, but you know what, actually I'm just going to call it kunafa because my great friend JJ loves kunafa and he mentions it to me all the time. Guys, it's absolutely unreal. It's literally like soaked in syrup and it's so buttery, and there's Biscoff as well, which like actual Biscoff spread. The famous live road Greek music. So I'm at this restaurant La Giacca at the moment, which is like an Italian takeaway restaurant. I haven't had enough of Greek food, I promise. And again, they've just given me free arancini balls. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but oh my days, Greek people are actually so nice. Guys, I've now got a chunk of pasta stuffed in a loaf of bread. Kalimera guys, that's good morning in Greek by the way. I'm now at the foot of the mighty Acropolis, which is without a doubt the most important destination in the entirety of Greece, maybe Europe. This is actually the oldest temple in Greece, I think, to worship the goddess Athena. Guys, so little story time here, right? Back in the 5th century BC, the Athenians actually fought against the Persian Empire. 10,000 versus 50,000, so I can't remember why, but they decided to leave Athens, leave this place, the Acropolis, to fight because they thought if they, fought here, they get battered. So they went to a town called Marathon, 26.2 miles outside of Athens, demolished the Persian Empire, which was made up of, ancient Turkey, ancient Iran, and so on. Sent their fastest runner to come back to Athens, came back and in his last breath screamed the word Nike, which means victory in Greece, and that's where the brand Nike comes from. Incredible, isn't it? So we're walking on the limestone of the Acropolis that's been around for over 2,000 years now, dating back to 500 BC, as I said just now. It's been worn out by literally, like I said, thousands of years of people just treading on it, so it's extremely slippery, but still really cool. Alright guys, so we've made it up to the Temple of Athena Nike and the mighty Parthenon. Look at that. One of the wonders of the world. So we're making our way down the marble steps of the Acropolis hill now. Look how beautiful the view is from above. Guys, so after the Acropolis, I went to the ancient Agora as well, which according to Greek Explained on YouTube, is the second most significant, landmark in Athens. And unfortunately, I've not been able to film much here because I didn't want to disturb my tour group, basically. But it's still absolutely lovely. And these are my friends that I've met from Florida on this tour of the Acropolis and the ancient Agora today. And they've got a message for you. Subscribe to Jonny Vlogs! Guys, I'm currently at Athens, which is the 42nd most famous restaurant in the world. I can't quite remember who did the list, maybe Athens themselves. But yeah, I've currently got moussaka on the plate, which is basically a Greek lasagna with that minced meat, a thick layer of cheese on top, and some eggplant as well. So, it looks hilarious, so I'll get stuck into it. I'm at Barbacio Central Municipal Market. If you guys have ever heard of the phrase "fish are friends, not food," then they don't really take that seriously here. But in all seriousness, this is like the daily life of the Greek people, isn't it? It's really cool. I live in Belfast, right? So we've got St. George's Market selling fresh fish every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think. The prices here are much better as well, which reflects, I suppose, the economic disparities between Greece and the UK. And you can tell that I've kind of left the touristy area because I've just got my first 2 ni-haos of the whole trip. Momentous occasion. No, but in all seriousness, as I continue to walk through the smell of raw fish and meat sold at really cheap prices that would sustain you for like a month, right? I have to say that the Greek people are so nice. Like, even away from, the free food and all that I've got already, it's just how welcoming they are. Like you come to Athens, right, and even though it's a capital, which obviously like even around the world, right, in Belfast for example and Kuala Lumpur has just more angry people because people are busy, especially in London where I've lived for 2 years, right. People are so nice, so welcoming, especially as you're a tourist. They love that, you know, tourists come and choose their place, their country, even though it is definitely one of the most beautiful in Europe, without a doubt, if not the whole world. Guys, so we're coming to the end of my last full day in Athens now, unfortunately. Off back to work on Wednesday. Well, actually no, Thursday, because I've got annual leave on Wednesday. But as like not a final treat, but one of my final treats, I'm giving myself a walk through the lovely neighborhood of Plaka again. Again, the walls are so... the color scheme here is just beautiful. You see white and red. It's just bright. It just makes you happy. So now I'm souvenir shopping. Souvenirs are really cheap as well. Fridge magnets are like 150, €2. And then I'll head for some dinner. Some euros maybe, hopefully. Guys, so for my last dinner of the trip, I'm at Suvla restaurant near Plaka. It's literally just a walk down the stairs. And for my appetizer, I've got zucchini fritters, which as far as I'm aware, especially in Europe, is only unique to Greece. And it comes with tzatziki sauce as well, which like I said is tartar sauce on crack, so happy days. Oh, I've got it still. And right on cue, I've got my pork pita here as well. Happy days. It's actually shoestring fries as well, so if you guys are like crispy enjoyers like me, right, then you're in for a treat here. Guys, so I'm taking the mighty walk up the stairs to Mount Lycabettus now, which is like the final tourist attraction that I'll be heading to in Athens. Oh no, it's coming to an end. We're on our way, we're on our way. Alright guys, so we've made it to the top of Mount Lycabettus up the cable car. And as I pan across here, right, you'll see that Athens doesn't have any skyscrapers, and that's because the government has issued a law stating that Athens should not have any skyscrapers in order that places like the Acropolis and Mount Lycabettus remain the highest points of this lovely city. So you see there's Panathinaikos Stadium, which I was at yesterday, the site of the first ever modern Olympics. And as I go further across, you see the Acropolis come into shot right there. The Acropolis Hill with Parthenon on top, which I was at this morning, and the ancient agora as well. Stunning, gorgeous view. I'm here to see the sunset, so it's some way to do it. Some way to spend my last night in Greece. Guys, so there it is. The sun is setting for the final time during my lovely trip here. Goodbye, Greece. You've been amazing to me. And guys, so on the cable car back down from Lycabettus, I've met this lovely, lovely family from Poland. Whereabouts in Poland? From where in Poland, guys? Szczecin. Lovely. And we've bonded over our love for Manchester United and Bruno Fernandes. So I'm going to link this man's TikTok account up here and go and follow him. Make sure you guys go and follow him. He's a United fan. Bye, guys. Guys, so yeah, I'm back in my room now after a very, very, very fulfilling day. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to video the sunset at Lycabettus because basically it was just absolutely hammered with people. And I was absolutely teeming with people, to be fair. So, but anyway, on the bright side, I've got the Greek national dessert, galacto bureko here, and a Biscoff ice cream stick, which you cannot find in Malaysia, or definitely not Belfast, where I work. So, good night guys. What a lovely, lovely trip, and I'll be back for more tomorrow. Should add as well, guys, galacto bureko is actually the national dessert of Greece, and there's my Biscoff ice cream as well, which I'm pairing with it. Lovely. Hi guys, I just landed in Belfast now. Absolutely exhausted and absolutely freezing as well. I didn't feel comfortable in the airport just now, but yeah. It's so windy, and I'm wearing shorts, just like on Hawaii, because I forgot that I was flying from Athens to Belfast and not Athens to Athens. Unlucky. Alright guys, so I'm on the bus going from Belfast International Airport back to my accommodation. Oh, big puppy. Yeah, back to my student accommodation now. Yeah, I don't know, I just don't really feel like comfortable filming in airports or flights, you know. And you just don't disturb the world. People are way more tense when they're going to fly under. So yeah, I'm going to do a debrief when I get back to my room later. But I have to say one thing as well, like, obviously that was an amazing holiday, and I have to say the Greek people are amazing. And you know, I'll actually do a bit of a debrief as well, like section into different segments, if that makes sense. But I love hearing the Northern Irish accent, like got off the plane just now, and the first thing I heard was like, yeah, so be it, so you are. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, so I'm just happy that I'm even after a lovely holiday, I'm able to come back to a place that I call home. You know, like my second home on earth. So lovely. All right, guys. So debrief time. So I'm back in my room. Just had dinner actually. Can you see it? Lovely Wingstop there. And just got off the phone with my good friend Gordon and my brother Ian as well. So really fulfilling night even after getting back from holiday. So yeah, what should I say? I mean, the first thing is, right, with a solo trip, I would really encourage, right, whoever hasn't done so already to go on a solo trip. Like whether it's around, well, for me, I work in Northern Ireland. I work in Belfast, so it would just be around Northern Ireland, and there's a lot as well which I'm planning to do. But or anywhere you live, you know, any whatever country you're from, wherever you're from, right? I would really recommend just going somewhere alone or even going internationally. It's because for one, you get to decide whatever you want. You decide your own itinerary. Like I could wake up whatever time I want, go to whatever restaurant I want, and there's no, you know, time spent, not wasted obviously, because I absolutely love traveling with my friends. So I love it. I've done it before. I absolutely adore it. In fact, I'm going to Enniskillen at the time of recording tomorrow with my friend Josh. So that'll be really fun. But yeah, you don't spend like time, you know, planning and discussing and everything, like I said, right? Instead, you just do whatever you want to do. Like, if I want to do this, I go do this, you know. That's one thing as well. And then another thing, right? I feel like there's a stigma around solo traveling with, you know, if you go solo traveling, maybe you have no friends or whatever. That is absolutely not the case. Like, you know, you just want to do things alone, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. From my personal experience as well, right? In fact, I would say that this solo trip has actually built my relationship with a lot of my friends. Like the number of well wishes I got from different friends and colleagues who I obviously consider my friends as well, right? For example, Martina specifically mentioned that she would pray for me. Gordon actually, Gordon wanted to have a phone call with me. I know, right? But then he held off like for the entire trip without bothering me, which he absolutely did not have to do, but he did. Because like when I got back today, he asked for a phone call and everything, and it was like, and it's just something that I know he did without telling him, and it's like really, really sweet of him, you know. Like I really appreciate that. Shreyaf and Katrina as well. Like both of them sent me their well wishes, said what they want from me isn't a souvenir or anything, they just want me to get back safe. Josh, you know, told me send as many pictures as possible. Max, sorry Josh, by the way, I still need to do that. But yeah, Max as well, like he kept telling me, you know, have a good trip. Hope you're enjoying and everything. And that's just look, I'm sure I've missed some people out, but it's just I just want to name a few examples because I really appreciate, you know, my friends and their well wishes and everything. Yeah, Jeff said as well, you know, it's a really good achievement to travel alone. I mean, I don't think so. Like it's, you know, how do I say? It's literally just going around different places in it. But again, I really appreciate the sentiment as well. Like known Jeff for a long while now, you know, he's a great friend. Like known him for about 7 years, been best friends with him for a long while now. So yeah, lovely. And another thing, right, is with Greece as well. It is such a lovely country. It is actually such a lovely country. First and foremost, know the words Kalimera, which means good morning. Say it until 12, or for people who wake up a bit late too. But apparently they look down on you if you say it after 12, because it means that you're a bit lazy, but oh well, I am. And Efcharisto as well, which is thank you. Make sure you say that if you ever go to Greece, like all the time. They love it. They absolutely love it. You can see them just beam with joy when you say it, basically. Food as well, gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Had my gyros. Listen, you can't go wrong. It's pita, fries, onions. Not really a massive fan of onions, but you know, it's part of their culture, isn't it? Tomatoes and tzatziki as well, which, like I said, tartar sauce and crack, just magnificent, magnificent. Like, and it's healthy as well. You think about the ingredients I just said, right? Not many calories in them, not much fat in them, quite a bit of protein. So yeah. What else? Unique as well, obviously. You know, the deep fried feta cheese, wine, grape leaf stuffed with rice. It's like all sorts of just really, really nice stuff that would be unique to them. Obviously, there's stuff like baklava, which they do incredibly, but it's probably not theirs, probably Turkish, but still unbelievable there as well. Like absolutely unbelievable. Then you move on to like the tourist attractions, right? Well, I'll talk about hotel first actually. So I stayed in Piraeus, where Olympiacos are based. I actually stayed near the port of Piraeus, which is like I'm gonna go full nerd here as an economist, but it's one of the biggest ports in well, one of the most important trading ports in Europe. Basically, you've got a port of Rotterdam, and then you've got a couple more, and then you've got a port of Piraeus. Because so what they do is basically they import like their main role is to import things from Asia, like China, for example, due to their location in the Mediterranean, and then re-export those exact things right off to Western Europe, like for example the UK, Netherlands, and so on. But yeah, so I lived near the port there, in this place called Nuvia Urban Stay. Overall, overall price was, if I'm not mistaken, right, 220 quid for 4 nights, which you think about it, right, is unreal. It's unreal. Like you stay in the Ibis in Belfast here, the Ibis Styles in the city center. I think that's probably 2 nights. So and I'll put some pictures up of the room here as well. And it's listen, for one person, right, you can't go wrong. I didn't take a picture of the balcony, but it's there as well, and the cleanliness, spot on. And when I say spot on, like spotless kind of thing, so unbelievable. Then you move on to the tourist attractions as well, right? I mean, there's no better place to start than the Acropolis. The Acropolis, what the Great Wall is to China, what the Colosseum is to Rome, and obviously what KL Tower is to Malaysia. You've got the Acropolis, like to Greece. It's unbelievable. The Acropolis Hill, especially the Parthenon, on top, super, super, super stuff. Super stuff, like steeped in history. Like you read some of the you read like obviously they put up like wee boards on the at the attractions there telling you the context of the attraction. So informative. Then you got stuff like Hadrian's Arch as well, built for Emperor Hadrian back in the second century, um like in honor of him being a benefactor basically to the beginning of modern Greece, you could say. It's incredible stuff like the ancient agora as well, Hadrian's library, the Roman agora. Just look, well, the Varvakios Central Market as well, where I saw lots of fish and beef. Yeah, that was real. Like, just again, even stuff like that, right? You just see how the daily Greeks live, because obviously not everyone's rich enough to go out every day and eat at their tavernas, and get their gyros and souvlakis and all that every day. They've got to cook as well. You see how like you see how they live, the importance of that market to their daily lives. That market is at 25.7K Google reviews on Google Maps. So it's like it's unbelievable. Like it's just a really good experience. Their people as well, absolutely lovely. If there are any Greeks watching this, I have to say you've made an amazing impact on a Malaysian's life in the 4 nights that he was there. Because you treated me so well. Like every single one of you who I came across on the metro, different attractions, different restaurants explaining to me the differences between what a gyro was and a pita, souvlaki, konto souvli, and so on. Your wee different like types of meat that you get served at Greek restaurants. So nice, yeah. Then you get the religious sites as well. For example, like the National Archaeological Museum. You see how Greece was dominated basically by idolatry before Christ. Like with the goddess Athena, Zeus, and everything, Apollo. You see the amount of like sort of like tributes for them, things built for them, statues built for them, and everything. But then you then go to the Byzantine and Christian museum, right? And you see after Christ, right? Like the amazing change, right, that made to the country, how they became more Christian, the the evolution basically in the different like if even like day-to-day items. For example, their kettles back then, right, in the National Archaeological Museum would be dedicated to idols. The kettles in the Byzantine and Christian Museum would be they'd have like handles with crosses on top and everything. So it's just so fascinating to see the change towards Christianity as well from idolatry. And then you think about the Areopagus Hill as well, where the Apostle Paul preached um, when he was in Athens waiting for Timothy and Silas. At least, yeah, it was Timothy and Silas, yeah. Where he saw that Greece was dominated by idolatry at the time, right, Athens. So he preached there to the council. And then from there, right, Dionysius and Damaris agreed with him and believed in Jesus. And you see how Damaris actually started the first Christian community, and hence the Christian community in Athens, mentioned in Acts chapter 17. So like fascinating stuff. So I was on that hill, spent quite a while there, prayed on it, prayed at the top, and took in the marvelous sight from that hill as well, the Areopagus Hill. And yeah, just a gorgeous, gorgeous trip. Like literally could not have gone better. Could not have gone better. Like, food wise, attractions wise, building my faith in Jesus. Yeah, so I think that's about it. And it was a lovely trip. And if this video goes down well, or if you guys are even still watching to this point, then I'd be happy to vlog more in the future as well on future trips that I do, be it around the UK, Ireland. I'm going to Scotland in at the end of June, for example, and I'm going to obviously I'll be heading back to Malaysia for my summer holiday in July because that's where I'm from, and then I'll be heading to the Netherlands and Belgium with my family as well. So if this goes down well, then I'd be happy to vlog there as well because I'm really enjoying this, this YouTube stuff. Like, and probably not what my parents want to hear, but But yeah, so guys, thank you so, so, so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Really appreciate all my friends, the well wishes that I got for the trip. Really appreciate my family, the well wishes that I got for the trip as well. The constant checking up on me, making sure that I wasn't dead. Really appreciate my colleagues. One of my colleagues asked for asked for pictures and everything as well in the middle of my trip. Just really nice, just checking up on me. So really, really do appreciate that. All the support and everything. So yeah, guys, thank you so, so, so much for watching this, how'd you say, vlog, small documentary maybe, about a Malaysian student's trip to Greece. And yeah, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, feel like a proper YouTuber now. And it will really help me if you was to share this on your Instagram stories and everything as well. Bye, guys. Bonus footage, guys. Look how sunburned I am, right, after coming back from Greece in May. Like, we're not talking July or whatever, right? If I stayed any longer at the Varvakio Central Market where they sold the fish, right, they'd have sold me as one of the crabs. Finally, guys, here are the pictures of my lovely apartment.